what should Nick Mullens expect from the Eagles defense this week?
I think it's going to be a lot of stunts and a lot of blitzing as well. Is they understand this 49ers run blocking has not been the same in 2020 as it has been in 2019. So they're just going to stack that box. They're down corners, like Mav said. So they're just going to try to bring all the pressure in the world. And they've been able to do so at a high rate with, I believe it is Malik Jefferson as well as Fletcher Cox. They've been playing at an outstanding level this season. And they're going to look to continue that and pressure someone with a lesser experience like Nick Mullens.
Yep.
I think the Eagles' defensive line will be able to generate enough pressure on their own where they don't have to do a lot of blitzing. It's going to be, here we go again with the band.
Sorry, I got you.
You're good. So, lost my train of thought. With the Eagles' defensive line is very similar to the Giants' defensive line. I can see the 49ers really struggling to get anything going on the ground. And with Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, and Malik Jackson, they're going to be able to generate a lot of pressure just rushing those four. So I'd imagine we see a lot of the Eagles playing zone and Mullens having the time to kind of go through his reads and pick apart the Eagles defense. I don't think we're going to see too much. I'm not too concerned. The Eagles defense, actually, they're top 10 in rushing yards allowed and passing yards allowed. And somehow they're like 29th in points per game. They're giving up 29 points per game. So they only have generated one turnover on the year. So I'm not too concerned facing the Eagles defense. I expect it to be a very similar game to what we saw last week against the Giants, where it's tough to get anything going on the ground.
I mean, I saw on Pro Football Reference, they have the Eagles as the 19th most blitzing team this year and last season. I think they used their blitzes in the right moments. I wonder if with Nick Mullens in, that does increase it. I don't know, but they didn't blitz a whole lot against Dwayne Haskins, who I'd say is similar skill set, if not worse than Nick Mullens. And I think they went all out to stop the run last week against the Bengals, despite the Bengals being a pretty pass-happy team this season. And they did stop the run, so I could see the Eagles once again trying to limit the rushing game for the 49ers, and that could open up a lot more passing, especially with Crayvon LeBlanc on the outside.
The Eagles' offense is a disaster. They can't block. They don't have anyone to get open. Wentz doesn't have anyone to throw to, and their coach stinks. Their coach freaking stinks. That RPO system that Doug Peterson was running is no longer works, and I think it really doesn't help Carson Wentz. It's much more suited to Nick Foles. So the Eagles know if they're going to beat the Niners, they're going to have to do it with the defense leading the way. And that means the defense has to be aggressive, force turnovers, and that means it has to blitz, I think. I mean, unless they're going to get home with just their four-man pass rush, great. If not, I think what they're going to do is, even though they don't blitz that much this year, Jim Schwartz has been around a long time. He's kind of like Greg Williams in that, if I've been saying Greg Williams, he's kind of like Greg Williams in that he has a ton of pressures in his playbook that he can dust off at any time. Pressures that Nick Mullens maybe hasn't seen before. So it seems like if you know you have to be aggressive on defense, you know you're not going to score many points on offense, blitz the hell out of a quarterback who's only played 9 games. See if you can bring out some blitzes that you haven't ran in a while, that you haven't put on tape, that maybe he hasn't seen. See what happens, because all you need is one of those blitzes to get home and have a sack fumble or something like that. So I think we're going to see a very aggressive game plan from Jim Schwartz, and it may or may not pay off. I think the Niners are going to win this game, and the offense is going to look pretty good, because I don't know if you can just do that to Nick Mullens. He's such a smart quarterback that even though he lacks experience, he should be able to handle a blitz, especially if he has all of his receivers. So we'll see.